Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I just quickly want to say that the executive report is fantastic, and there are other cities around Arizona that have adopted this based on our executive report. So I think that's something we can all be very proud of, especially the staff. My particular comment is about community development and the input that we got from Cody, Matt, on having the public meetings and public workshops available through online, with an online presence. And are we going to incorporate that into the general plan language for adoption or consideration of adoption? Have we looked at that yet? You're looking at me like you're not real clear.
Not yet. Not yet. We're still, Mayor Mueller, Mayor Pro Tem Gray, preparing the supporting data analysis, kind of the background studies that are going to lead up to the policy discussion for the update. We're a little ways out yet before that's due, but we are collecting input from all our commissions that will be factored into the presentation material that we provide to the public as well as the council.
I just want to go on the record saying I think that was an excellent suggestion and one that we should seriously consider. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Anything else?
One last thing. Sorry. Sorry, it was real quick.
Well, you're sitting there, go ahead and see, so that's good for you to say that.
Yeah.
He found that
That's
18th
normal.
page he had wrote
Found the
on
18th
yesterday.
I always like to thank our staff, right? But you mentioned here the Departments of Corrections inmate crew, right? They are a huge help. So while they're doing their time, they're also giving back to the community. I really, really appreciate that because I see them out there doing, all kinds of stuff like that, cleaning up our washes, and so I really, really appreciate them as well. That's all I want to say.
I agree.
I'm done.
Great. Thank you. So we'll now move on to item D, report on recent trips, meetings, and future meetings. And I've got nothing to report on that right now.
I don't either, Mr. Mayor, but I do want to reiterate like I did last time. May 14th, 8 o'clock, Soldier Creek Park, rock moving. Wear your gloves, bring your boots. It's going to be a fun time.
A rock party, huh?
Yes, sir. Big rocks, little rocks, you name it.
I went to our Be Healthy meeting this past week, which is always very productive. I love that meeting. Provide a lot of feedback. They're always very interested in healthy alternatives or healthy options, whether it's food, exercise, location. So it's always a good brainstorming. It's good to hear from people like that in the public. They definitely like the idea of, once we get our Fab Avenue, whatever we're going to call that, right? The future or Fab Future Project, whatever, I don't know what we're going to call that place. But our park, or soon to be green space, obviously having some things there. We talked about and not just at that meeting, but other places I've been to, is a possible farmer's market once a month. Try it out there on that side of town, see how it shakes out. Because there seems to be a lot of interest to do that. Because everybody loves the farmer's market on Thursday, but not everybody can make it on Thursday because they're working and things like that. So why not do it on that side of town on a weekend, like a Saturday?
We got a park already that's ready to go
Right.
for a farmer's market, as long as we spread some rock out there. And
Yeah,
get a
I mean, we
pathway
can
to
do it there as well, but
North end of Garden right now.
Yeah.
We can do it tomorrow.
But even our little dirt lot on Fab, I mean, all it would take is some tables and canopies. I don't think anybody would care. But just things like that to put out there. And that's all I have.
What's that? Liam, I think it is on Garden.
What's that?
The park on Garden, Liam. What's the one across from Soldier Creek?
Soldier
Creek Park.
Oh, across from there.
Oh,
the
across
little
the
one.
street.
Landwehr.
Landwehr.
Yeah, it's not
Landwehr.
Landwehr Park. The plaza is named Landwehr.
Oh.
The park it's not a park.
Yeah.
That's a future site of a museum.
And obviously a lot of interest too in connecting our paths and things that we're putting money towards right now already. Connecting our exercise paths and bike paths and things like that.
Okay. Anything else? Sir?
Nope.
Okay. Future discussion items and council requests. Have we got anything, Ms. City Manager, on coming up for future discussion items or council requests that you have?
Well, besides the balanced budget, Mr. Mayor, I'm tracking a briefing on the joint resource utilization study after it wraps up. That's a few months. And council's requested a work session on re-energizing commissions. We're currently collecting data, and we'll then schedule it when we have information ready.
When we start talking about commissions, I just want to share with everybody that as we've gone through the is we've talked about, Mr. Rodriguez and I have talked about the youth commission. And if we follow the way the current structure is written, we only can have seven folks or whatever the number is, and they got five, and they gotta meet the criteria. And what I think we would be proposing to you at some time in the future is that we'd have 2 students from every high school and middle school available, or at least offer those schools to include public, private, parochial, those 2 slots, and work with the counselors to get the kids available. So that would be a bigger commission, and that would cause a change for our commission rules, et cetera, if we go that way.
I thought we left the youth commission off of it for now, because we don't have it set in stone. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll check and see what the actual word is now, but I think they're kind of, the way it was passed, they're all kind of
Right.
lumped together.
And
The other issue too is working with Tony on the Economic Development Commission. We may want to consider not only residents of our zip codes as it is now, but also anybody that owns, operates, oversees a business within our zip codes or some other thing. So that's a future discussion item, and I bring them up so you just think about it. So we have more than me with half a brain thinking about it before we discuss it. Okay. Anything else? Okay. That being the final item, I will thank you for your participation. Staff, I want to thank you for all your efforts, especially when we're dealing with the personnel and finance issues and payment issues. That's always a challenge. So thank you for your kind attention and discussion. Meeting's adjourned.